Hi, this is Karen from White Willow. Today we are going to plant strawberries in a tower. So I'm going to bring you a little closer and we'll get started. This is actually part of a 4-tier tower. Um, the towers have pretty deep beds. I'm going to say they're a good maybe a foot high, maybe 10 inches. So I went ahead and filled it with organic soil. I'm going to put strawberries in this, and then the next one's going to go on top of it. And these little drainage trays will fit here, and they have little holes in them, and you might not be able to see it, but these little holes in them, and that slowly fills up and it filters down into the next bed. Now, I've used these in the past for just about everything. These are quite a few years old. I've grown herbs in them mostly. The zucchini's a little hard. I do have a outer rim, but they get really heavy, the zucchini, and it's just too much for these towers, in my opinion. But they are made for that. So, strawberries like 10-10-10 fertilizer. So this is what I'm going to put in there. This is just sprinkle it on here. I'm going to do it on both of these, even though you really can't see this one very well. But since you're with me today, I'm going to do a little experiment as well. I like to try different things and really see how it does in different environments. This is the soil that I use. It's a little hard to see. It's organic raised bed potting soil by Kellogg. I get it at Home Depot. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this up, especially in the middle, because the plant itself will have some dirt on it. But I'm going to go ahead and fill these up so they're a lot higher, because this will settle as well. The thing that I find about these raised beds or these towers is that it's hard to get your fertilizer in there once they're stacked. I end up having to dilute it and put like a long handle, not the shower end of a watering can, just a pointy end of the watering can, and then getting it in there that way, because you really don't want to burn the plant up. And it's just, I do find that fertilizing it once they're established is probably the hardest part of doing these towers. Now, if you find a little mold or mildew in your dirt, it's okay. Like, ground has funguses and mildews and molds, and it's just break it up and distribute it, and it's fine. It's not like it's bad soil. Sometimes just the moisture in the bag gets built up too much when they fill the bags, and it gets a little mold on the outside part of the dirt, but it's fine. So I have 2 here, and this is what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but we're going to find out. These are potato slices. Now, strawberries are known to like potassium. Well, guess what potatoes have in it? Potassium. So why I have transplants and they're kind of new, I'm going to just shove a potato slice down in, and we're going to try to remember. And I'm going to always have to go back and watch the video because I don't always remember. We're going to put this one as the base. So this one will be on the bottom of the tower. So I'm going to put a potato in each section. And then I'll just put a couple in the middle. So I'm hoping, I don't know, I saw this on some gardener in the Philippines, that's how he grows his seedlings of strawberries. So we'll see how it goes. This one has the potatoes, no potatoes. Both of them have 10-10-10 gardening fertilizer. So I got this nice pot of strawberries. I got 2. This one has 4 in it. So we're going to go ahead and dig a spot. I'm going to go ahead and put this dirt like more in the front. You do kind of have to angle them so they're going outside the tower. Make sure you have it deep enough because you don't want it to get like a sunburn, for lack of a better way of putting it. So I'm going to add a little dirt at the back of this so that, and I'm going to build up the center a little bit too, other than I'm going to leave a little opening for the tray because this tray has to sit in the middle here. So let's just lay these out. Try to move the dirt around a little bit. So when these start to get a little new plant off of them, then I'll put them in the alternating parts. But right now, I'm going to put this guy here. Try to get him deep enough. And move that dirt from the center over the plant. These aren't that hard, but you do need to make sure that you're giving a good amount of attention to these, because if they're on the back patio, the concrete or whatever, the pavement is going to amplify the heat to these towers, and it's going to be really difficult for them to stay hydrated. So this guy is really big. I've got all sorts of stuff going on in my backyard. Can you hear the cars and the helicopter and the plane? Something's going on. I live on a busy road, so you can always hear cars, and kids are going into school right now, so it's a pretty busy time. So this is the tower that is going to go on the top. Remember, we're going to do, these have the potato peels and the potato pieces in them, and this one does not. So I'm going to, it's got flowers and strawberries on it already, so it's a hardy looking plant to start with. So hopefully I won't kill it. We're going to put the tray here, and then I'm going to set this one aside, and we're going to move this one over. And then this one has the potatoes in it. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do every other. And well, this one's going to have the potatoes in it. Somehow I'm going to label it. Oh, check out my label video on supersizing your labels. So I'm going to put a label in this one that says potatoes in the strawberries. Okay, so we have the base. It's seen better days. Oh, it does have a little break on it, if you can see this. And I did use them because I remember that it kind of would roll on the slant of my patio. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this one up. Of course, I wait till it's full, and then I'm going to go ahead and set it right on its stand. It's going to take a little finagling. Okay, now the secret is to get this one on top of the other one without breaking any plants. So I'm going to, it has these little parts that sit on its next piece. I think it's pretty close. Yep. Now you just want to make sure the plants are nice and puffed out here. Nobody's. And I have 2 more trays to this, so I can put 2 more trays on top of these if my strawberries get really going crazy this year. It's going to be pretty. And then these are the little spots that I'm going to, this one already has strawberries on it. Hopefully it'll still grow strawberries. You just want them as close to the edge as possible and leaning outward. You can see this is the top tower. So the bottom tower has the potatoes and the top tower has no potatoes, but regular 10-10-10 fertilizer. I know these are backwards, but this is with potatoes and without potatoes. Can you tell I'm in the medical profession because I make the with and without? So I'm going to put this one at the top, just stick it in here, and then this one at one of the blank spots in the bottom so that I will know this is with the potatoes. So it's going to be a fun experiment to see what happens with and without the potatoes, and hopefully these strawberries will give me a good produce. So I hope you got something out of this video. I think it's going to be a fun experiment to see if the potatoes actually get a better yield of strawberries than the no potatoes. They both have 10-10-10 in them. And again, I really like these towers for the strawberries and herbs as well. And I like that you can rotate it. This was not the cheapest tower. It was more expensive of a tower, but definitely worth it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching White Willow.